Carol and Michael Middleton, the parents of our future Queen, have always maintained a polished, modest front. They have been known to be grounded and approachable, despite their daughter's royal status. However, much like the ebb and flow of the Thames, fortunes change and so has theirs. Their family-owned business, Party Pieces, once a thriving party supplies company, collapsed under the weight of financial strain. This left them with a mountain of unpaid debts, casting a shadow over their previously unblemished reputation. Amidst these challenging times, an interesting pattern has emerged. The Middleton family, once content to remain in the background, is now increasingly visible. Cousins, in-laws, and distant relatives, who were previously hidden from the limelight, are now being frequently mentioned in the press. Their appearances at public events have seen a noticeable uptick, and they have begun aligning themselves with causes that are adjacent to the royal sphere. Now, this might seem like a natural progression. After all, who wouldn't want to step out of the shadows when their family member is set to be the future queen? But the timing of these events raises eyebrows, sparking speculation. The Middletons have always been a close-knit unit, supporting each other through thick and thin. But their increased visibility, especially in the aftermath of their business collapse, seems to be more than just a show of unity. It's as if they are consciously expanding their circle, extending their influence, and subtly rebranding the Middleton name. But is this increased visibility a simple coincidence, or is there more to the story? Is this about family, or is this about securing a future? Is this about love, or is it about leverage? As the Middletons' modest front subtly shifts, we're left with more questions than answers. The Middleton circle appears to be expanding, with more and more relatives stepping into the spotlight. It's like a royal reunion, but with the Middletons at the helm. You see, it's not just Carol and Michael anymore. We're hearing about Pippa and James, of course, but also about second cousins, in-laws, and even some distant relatives whose names we've never heard before. They're not just popping up at family gatherings or private events. Oh no, they're appearing at public events, charity galas, and even royal-adjacent causes. A Middleton here, a Middleton there, Middletons everywhere. It's like they've got their own little Middleton map of the royal landscape and they're marking their territory. But what's really behind this sudden surge of Middleton presence? Is it just a case of family solidarity, or is there something more strategic at play here? Let's take a step back and look at these new faces. There's Uncle Gary, Carol's brother, who's suddenly been seen at charity events linked with royal causes. And then there's Cousin Lucy, who's been spotted at high-profile social events, rubbing shoulders with the who's who of the royal circle. And it's not just about showing up, they're aligning themselves with causes that are, shall we say, very much in line with royal interests. We're talking about charities, foundations, and initiatives that carry the royal stamp of approval. So what does this all mean? Is it just the Middletons being good Samaritans and using their newfound fame for a good cause? Or is this a cleverly orchestrated move to secure their place in the royal hierarchy? Every new relative in the spotlight raises the same question. Is this about family, or is this about funding? It's an intriguing conundrum, and one that's sure to keep royal watchers guessing. But one thing's for sure, the Middleton circle is expanding, and it's definitely not by coincidence. Let's not forget, Kate, the Princess of Wales, is future queen, and with that title comes undeniable power. There's no denying the truth of this statement. The future queen holds the keys to the kingdom, quite literally. But what does this mean for those in her immediate circle, the Middletons in particular? Being close to the future queen is akin to having a golden ticket. It allows for access to royal circles, to influential figures, to opportunities that would otherwise be out of reach. This isn't just about rubbing elbows with aristocrats at garden parties. This is about the potential to influence policies, initiatives, even the direction of charitable causes. And where there's influence, there's often money, not in the crass, direct sense, of course, but in the opportunities that open up. Opportunities for investments, for partnerships, for ventures that are looked upon favourably because of their royal association. In the world of the royals, proximity isn't just about geographical closeness. It's about the power that comes with being part of an inner circle, and the Middletons, by virtue of their daughter's marriage, are firmly within that circle. But what's interesting is how they're leveraging this proximity. It's not just about showing up at events or being mentioned in the press. It's about aligning themselves with causes that are adjacent to the royal family. It's about being seen as part of the power structure, even if indirectly, And it's about using their name, the Middleton name, as a brand that's associated with royalty, with influence, with power. It's a brand that's becoming more than just a footnote to Kate's rise to the throne. It's a brand that's carving out its own identity, its own influence. From property speculation to soft PR pushes, it seems the Middleton name is becoming more than just Kate's background, it's becoming a brand. Some insiders believe this move is strategic. The whispers behind the velvet curtains suggest that the Middletons are not just seeking to maintain their place in the royal landscape, but are tactically positioning themselves for a long-term advantage. Let's delve into this a bit more. The Middletons, as we know, have had a taste of the lavish and the regal, the grandeur that comes with being in-laws to the future queen. But the collapse of their business, Party Pieces, was a significant blow. It left them with unpaid debts in the millions, a public image to repair, and a future to secure. In the face of such adversity, some families might retreat, lick their wounds in private. But the Middletons, it seems, have chosen a different path. Instead of stepping back, they're stepping up, weaving an intricate web of connections within the royal sphere. Family members who were once distant are now close, their names whispered in the press, their faces appearing at events. They are aligning themselves with causes that are not just royal adjacent, but that sit right at the heart of the monarchy, and it's not just about securing their place at the royal table. It's about ensuring their relevance in a world where who you know often matters more than what you know. It's about making the Middleton name synonymous with the royal brand. The theories suggest that by aligning themselves closely with the royals, the Middletons are not just securing their social status, they're also securing their financial future. Being close to the throne means access. Access means influence, and influence can translate into income. In the grand game of royal chess, the Middletons appear to be making their move. This isn't just about family, it's about strategy. It's about securing a future for the Middleton name, a future that is intertwined with the royal family and all the benefits that come with it. And while the palace remains silent, the timing speaks volumes. So, what's really going on here? We've been talking about the Middletons, their shifting dynamics and the growing presence of their extended family within their royal sphere. But as we close this discussion, we're left with one big question. Is this all about family ties, or is there something more? A financial motive, perhaps? Let's take a quick recap. We started with the Middletons' modest front, the image of a humble family that has always been their signature. But then we saw the ripples of change. The collapse of Party Pieces, their family business, seemed to set a new course of action. Suddenly, more Middleton family members started surfacing in the press, at events, and aligning themselves with causes close to the royal heart. The Middletons' expanding circle didn't go unnoticed. Every new face raised the same question. Why now? Is it about family, or is it about funding? The Middletons, after all, are not just any family. They are the parents of the future queen, Kate Middleton. Her position brings undeniable power, and proximity to her means access, influence, and potentially financial gain. Some believe this is a strategic move, a clever plan to ensure their long-term relevance and income. Others see it as a family stepping up, taking on a more prominent role in support of their royal daughter. So what do you think? Is this just a close-knit family growing closer? Or are we witnessing a calculated expansion into the royal sphere with financial benefits waiting in the wings? It's a question that continues to intrigue, and one that only time will truly answer. Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal deep dives. See you next time.